Hello. Yo, let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me right now? Oh, shit. I hope you can hear me right now. Please let me know if you can hear me and hear me because I can't hear myself. It's very strange right now. But hey, yo. So, today we're going to talk about the benefits of introversion. Introversion, meaning that when you're introverted, there are certain benefits to it that many extroverts would want to deny, or most people would actually want to deny. They'd be like, "Yo, introversion, you just being shy or whatever," and they assume that being introverted means that you're more shy. Somehow you're less socially attuned, you're less good or something, and I don't see why that makes any sense. Not because, yo, can you hear me, funny spaghetti? Because, yeah, you're first. Can you tell me if you can hear me? Because I can't hear myself somehow. So I have no idea if I can hear myself. Can you hear me? Okay, awesome. Fuck yeah, man. Funny spaghetti, you're the first and you're the best. Yo, talking about spaghetti, man, like I haven't eaten spaghetti in not years, but like since I'm on this new diet, I haven't eaten spaghetti in like so long. Oh man, I kind of miss the carbs, but probably eat some carbs soon again. Anyways, the benefits of introversion. Let me know in the comments if you're an introvert. Let me know if you're if you're one of those like lone wolves that just kind of you do your thing on the side. You're not really flashing all your successes. You're not really really out there. You just kind of quietly do your thing. And if you're an introverted, let me know, because this podcast, this episode is going to be for you. So I actually haven't planned any of it, but all right, let's get into it right now. I think we shouldn't be introverted. Well, let me just get into it right now. So introversion is defined by, loosely defined by, there are those people that gain energy from being alone, being by yourself. And there's other people that lose energy when they are by themselves. So it's like the extroverted, they gain energy by being around people. The introverts, they gain energy by being by themselves. And introverts, actually, when they go out and socialize, they feel a little more drained. Even if it's a positive social interaction, even if it's a great interaction, at the end of the day, if they have too much socializing, let's say if they work at a retail job, they'll feel drained as hell. Extroverts is the opposite. So extroverts, they gain energy by interacting with people, and extroverts have a really hard time being by themselves, and it becomes, so this is sort of their weakness with extroverts. Kind of like with introverts, when they, let's say, when they go out and socialize or whatever, it's like they have to sort of get prepared, mentally, psychologically, before they go out. Like they can't just like all of a sudden, all right, let's be super social now, party mode. It's like, whoa, wait a second. Like for example, it's gonna be my birthday in a few weeks, and then me, like if I let's say want to plan a party, I'll probably need like a few hours beforehand to just kind of get in the mood, like start listening to music, maybe drink a nice cup of tea or whatever, kind of get myself in the mood. It's sort of like it's like anytime introverts, they want to be social, it just takes a bit more time, I guess, a bit more mental effort. But the benefits with introverts is that they I think especially in a social situation, we don't feel the need to speak up. We don't feel the need to, like, oh, we have to say your point right now, we have to be the life of the party. But a lot of extroverts want to be the life of the party. But the thing with us is that we're just kind of quiet on the side, and it kind of, we're sort of the mysterious person that people kind of are curious about. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think many people that are introverted, I think because society encourages extroverts, they encourage them to be like super social or whatever. and we say like, yo man, if you're social, like if you that's how you get ahead in life or whatever, in sales or in even at school. It's like everything at school is sort of a social, it's all a social type of environment, so then you go to school and you do all those team projects, and if you don't raise your hand in class a lot, or if you don't give your opinion a lot in class, then the teacher will just kind of pick on you like, hey, whatever, dude, why don't you raise your hand really much or whatever thing. And then it's just kind of you just don't really, it's not because you're necessarily shy, while it could be, but it's like you don't have anything to say. It's like, okay, if I don't have anything to say, I'm not going to raise my hand. It's like sort of the introvert dilemma. And then sometimes you're introverted and people will just ask you like, hey, you're kind of quiet, like, hey, are you okay, man? You haven't spoken in a while. It's like, yeah, like I just don't have anything to say. Like, what's up? Why? It's it's like introverts, we really craft our words. We're not just gonna speak just to speak. And if we don't have anything interesting to say, or we don't have anything to add, we're not gonna say shit. Even if it's like a 2-hour whatever conference, whatever, we're not gonna say a single word if we have nothing interesting to say. And when there's something we want to say, we're gonna say it, right? So I think that's like the obviously introversion is sort of a spectrum, and introversion can come with different degrees of social attunement, social skill, social intelligence, and also confidence. So yeah, I kind of want to like put forth the idea of sort of the confident introvert and kind of introduce you guys to that today. Yeah. Rukus, hello, Rukus. Hello, Phoenix Imperium. I'm introverted with extroverted tendencies. What about you, Nameless? Well, I'd say I can shift between the two very fast. Well, very fast. Like interchangeably a lot. So, for example, right now it's sort of I guess it's more of my extroverted self that comes out because hey, I'm talking to you guys, socializing. But probably after 45 minutes, an hour, I'll be like, all right, guys, I'm kind of tired. Now it's time to recharge and just do my alone things. But definitely both. I think a skilled introvert can sort of become a pseudo extrovert when it matters. Like uh, use those extroverted qualities. Kind of you emulate them. And I think the best introverts, they know how to emulate the extroverts the best. But I haven't seen many extroverts that can actually emulate the sort of like the deeply introspective introvert type in their personality. I think it's very rare, like someone who's initially extroverted and then like can become really sort of like super philosophical introverted. But I think it's mostly the other switch. It's more introverts that can emulate extroverts because in our society, extroverts, we don't tell extroverts to be more introverted. Every extrovert are told to be more extroverted, and all introverts are told, well, why don't you speak up more in class? So I think it's just because of this sort of societal conditioning that introverts have become more social. So yeah. Hi, Leo Ian 246. Hello, man or woman. At the party, I'm on the side being security officer, helping people out of trouble. Haha, that's pretty cool. I have a friend actually that's does the security job, and what he does is he does the security job at the festival, and then once he's done his shift, he just like, all right, guys, I'm gonna go just to the bathroom real quick, and then he goes to the bathroom, he changes his clothes, and he goes to the festival for free. You should. I don't know where your security at, but yeah, if you're at a festival, you should definitely do that. Do you believe someone who believes life has no purpose should try to preach that message? Do you believe someone who believes life has no purpose? I think preaching. About preaching, I don't believe in preaching per se. I believe in sort of for example, my videos, it's like I'm not trying to like preach like this is what you do, this is what you don't do. It's kind of I believe in putting forth your ideas, your creative ideas, your sort of what you realize about life or whatever. My mask keeps falling off. It's so annoying. But yeah, but I don't understand people that want to like impose their ideas on people. If life has no purpose and no meaning, well, so be it. Doesn't have to have a meaning. You don't. And sometimes the fact that the life has no meaning to someone, that becomes their meaning. Um, so it's like this weird paradox. And trying to preach that is like, well, if you're trying to preach it and it's so meaningful to you that life has no meaning, well, is there a meaning? And it's like, I don't know where I'm headed at right now with what I'm saying, but no, I don't believe in preaching. I believe in just saying your ideas, sharing them with the world, and whoever wants to jump in, you jump in. Like you guys, you like my channel. I'm guessing if if you've been following me for a while, and it's sort of I'm just like, uh, I think the best people when they want to communicate a message is that they sort of lead from the front, so they convey a certain idea and they just invite people to join in. Like, hey, this is my boat. I'm going in that direction. If you want to come in, I have plenty of space for a lot of people, so you can just jump in with me. So this is kind of what I'm trying to do here. So yeah. So yeah, kind of off topic. Let's get back to the introverted topic. And then at the end of the live stream, near the end, I'll take questions about other things that are less related. It's so hot in here. Fuck. But aren't we born in this world to actually be extroverts, to experience life, to be social, and experience relationships with other humans? Not to close ourselves in a room and miss everything. Yeah. Well, think about it. I made a video about FOMO. Actually, I think it's a really important video, especially for me because, I sort of like as an introvert, sort of like frenetically trying to go out. And I did that for years, like be really social, went to parties and everything. And I just felt so burnt out and I kind of didn't feel that happy. Because I realized what made me happy was sort of this deep thinking, philosophizing, and like putting those ideas forth on the internet. Actually, from my festival videos, it seems like the most fun part for me would be to go to the festivals. But actually, oddly enough, the most fun part for me is the hours that I spent in front of that computer screen right here editing for hours on end, for like 20 to 30 hours, and just putting all my work into it. So I think that people that are just socialized a lot, shallowly, there's many people that just go out and drink and, just kind of do their social things and party all the time. I think they are missing out on all the inner depths of being an introvert and like all the fun and the deep fulfillment that comes from pursuing a craft on your own. Like me, I want to master video editing, for example, public speaking in front of a webcam or a camera. That's an area of mastery for me, and for me, that is 100 times more valuable than any other little party I could go to right now. Sure, I love parties once in a while, but I think we really got to embrace who we truly are, what we truly embrace about ourselves, and hey, maybe you, funny spaghetti, you have a bit more of the extroverted side in you. Maybe you're a bit more of an extrovert. So for you, the fulfillment is in people. I have a friend like that actually, who's deeply, deeply extroverted, like probably like one of the most extroverted people ever, even though he's shy. By the way, you can also be an extrovert and be shy. It does happen. I have a friend like that. And it's so crazy because we're two opposites. Like him, he tells me, yo, my life is all about people. I want to understand social dynamics, psychology, and all his life is about like people and building like a social circle, social proof, getting the hot girls and everything. And that's his life. And that's amazing. That's totally amazing. And some people live their lives like that and they become extremely connected, extremely successful just through their people skills. Just through your people skills, you can become extremely amazing and whatever thing. And me, I just decided to take a different route. I'm like, hey, you know what? I'll play to my strengths instead. I'm not really that much of a people person, but I like to deeply think about stuff and put it on the internet. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna dedicate a channel to that. Right? So yeah, that's what I think. I think people who are extroverted miss out on all the personal growth and development, and that meditators and monks and whatever uh, writers and artists, all the development that they do on their own. Extroverts are missing out on all of that. So yeah. Pronounce Leo. Okay. Leo Ion. Okay. All right. Phoenix says, I see what you mean. So you would call yourself ambivert? Yes, I guess sort of. But I think I'm a little bit more on the introverted side. So probably like 80% introvert and 20% extrovert, something like that. Maybe even 90-10. I don't know, but like the ratio is not equal. I'm definitely a bit more on the introverted side. And I know some people that are like insanely introverted, like so introverted that they have like fucking that's all their life is, and they can't socialize for shit, or maybe they're good at socializing but they just hate it. And there's other people that are like extremely extroverted, zero introverted, and they can't just hang out on their own. They always need stimulation. They always need like their phone to text a friend or whatever, so yeah, many spectrums to it. Introverted ah. Introverted people can't date because people judge the quiet ones. Nope, that's false. Introverted people can date. They can. They just have to actually, the introverts, um they there was actually a video by RSD Todd Valentine now, of Todd Van de Hey now that he's not in Real Social Dynamics anymore. He did a video on how introverts, they actually benefit, they actually have the upper hand in seduction, because once most of game is in building deep attraction, deep rapport with that girl. And the extroverts are really good at catching attention right now, but that's all they're good at. They're good at starting conversation with a big group, right now, and entertaining the group or entertaining the girl for the first 5 minutes, right? But how about listening deeply? How about being quiet and being able to listen to the girl as she speaks, the other person as they speak, and deeply understanding that person, their point of view? I think introverts are a lot better at that than extroverts. I think extroverts are good at, bringing the energy, but the introverts are good at calming the energy, sort of this sort of relaxed state that's needed to build comfort and deep connection with someone, is sort of this relaxed, comfortable state. And when you're an introvert, imagine being on a date with a girl, and you're able to, or if you're a girl with a guy or whatever your orientation is, date with another person, and you're able to enter their world because you listen more than you speak. I think introverts have the upper hand there. Or that maybe that could just be a bias of mine, but I think introverts are fucking badass. I think introverts gonna rule the world. Look at Elon Musk. Look at Bill Gates, or they're like typical introverts. Like, like I think introverts gonna rule the world. That's just what I think. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? No one is completely introverted or extroverted. It depends on the environment. You might be extroverted in certain environments and introvert in other ones. Many factors: sleep, mindset, health. Yes, for sure. Um, for sure. For example, if you had a very good night of sleep, or you went to the gym and you're energized and stuff, then maybe you have more energy to socialize all of a sudden. You feel a bit more extroverted. Um, or you could feel a little more introverted because you've been at school all day, and then it's time to study, so you go in introvert mode. I agree with the Jack philosopher. Yes, I will ask a question. I hope you accept. Are you a narcissist? I don't think I am. From everything that I've been told. But one thing is that, well, I've read the signs about a narcissist, and I don't think I have any of them. Wait, let me read. I probably got to do a test one day, but from what I did the dog triad test. The dog triads. There's narcissism. There's being Machiavellian, and there's psychopathy. So I'm low. I was low in psychopathy. I'm really not a psychopath at all. I'm actually overly empathetic. That's one of my weaknesses that I've actually worked on a lot. So now I'm like sort of in the middle. Actually scored low in narcissism as well, but I scored higher in Machiavellianism. So it means I'm a Machiavellian manipulator. Oh, so yeah, that's why I make so many videos on manipulation, because I'm a bit Machiavellian at times. It doesn't mean I'm evil Machiavellian, but I sort of know how to use this Machiavellian side of my personality to my advantage. And maybe that has to do with introversion, actually, because when you're an introvert, you kind of like take a step back, right? You take a step back and you sort of look at the outside world, and you calculate your moves. As an introvert, you prefer to observe a social situation before you act on it. So this is my strategy for almost every social situation there is, especially, let's say, at work, when there's like a delicate information I have to convey. I'll think about it before I jump into it. So it's like this sort of careful planning. Maybe that's where my sort of manipulative Machiavellian dark triad traits come out. Is like, okay, I want this person to see me in a positive light. I want to get something from them. Oh, let me like seduce them with those nice words and offering them value so I can get this. Something like that. So yeah. I don't think I'm a narcissist. Let me read more comments. Extroverted people tend not to spend time alone thinking about life and who they really are and ideas about life. Yes, agreed. I think extroverts, obviously it's a spectrum, right? But extroverts in general, yeah, they're a lot more about people than their inner selves, I guess. Hey, what do you think about NoFap? I think NoFap is really good, but I don't think it should be like a long-term pursuit of like going for like 90 days. I think it's a bit excessive, but I think just do like just fap less often. Actually, one thing, I'll be right back. This is my kitchen, bitches. This okay, NoFap. I think many guys that do NoFap. Okay, we're going off topic here, but I don't give a shit because I want to talk about it. Many people that do NoFap, they're like sort of in the pickup community, and they do it because they want to have more sexual energy and be able to channel it, to be more productive at life or to talk to girls, be more confident. Actually, there's something you can do with NoFap. Is take some maca root. Maca root. It's this is some amazing shit, and it really boosts your libido. So then, if you want the benefits of NoFap without actually doing NoFap, you can just buy this. It's a little expensive, but it really helped with my energy and stuff like that. So you might want to look into that. I think it's pretty cool. But overall, I think NoFap is good for self-control, self-discipline. It depends why you want to do it. If you want to do it to like have more energy and more motivation to talk to girls, then I think you just need like you can like fap once a week or something, and once every like 4 days, and that would still be pretty good. Yeah. What would you call someone who goes on a lot of parties and goes out a lot, but like half to a quarter of the time they'd rather be home? Uh Probably like extrovert, mostly extroverted. but do need some downtime. It's a spectrum, so you could be like ambivert, like both of them. Why, cute rabbit? Why do I hate reading and I see it like an enemy and very boring? Huh. Well, there's this guy called Dan Locke. You can look him up. Dan Locke, Danlok. Actually, I'll write it down. He's a pretty cool guy. On YouTube, he actually did a video on why he doesn't read books. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? How can you not read books? Books is knowledge. Book is how you become intelligent. But he said that many people will sort of read books and sort of mental masturbate about books, and they don't take action. They sort of like they want to read the book back to back, and they think that they can, and they just kind of get carried in the details and they micromanage their life type of thing, and they don't take action. So the guy says, hey, like, you don't have to read books, really. What you got to do is you take the book, and in each book, there's like that one idea, that like three main ideas in each book. So if you don't like reading, just, okay, pick a book. I'm going to pick a random fucking book right now, okay? Okay. Okay, I haven't read that book in like months. Literally, I haven't read that book in months. But like, let's say we just want to speed read that book really fast. Okay, you just take that book. You're like, okay, what are the three main ideas? Okay, so it's about not making excuses. So already the first idea of the book, how to be more self-disciplined. You stop making fucking excuses. So then, just kind of like shifting through that, they talk about long term, how you should, how it relates to everything in your life. So you can just like sort of skim the table of contents. Then you see there, self-discipline is something that you have to apply in every area of your life. So in personal success, business, life, relationships, everything, and it comes with that's really the main idea. Like, really, just from the cover, you can be like, okay, how to be more self-disciplined? Stop making fucking excuses. And if you just read the intro, you'll know more about it. So so sometimes, so if you don't like to read books, just you can even Google a summary of the book, and the summary will give you like 90% of the book, and you won't even need to read it. It's insane. But me, I read them back to back because I'm just this type of person that just loves to read. And I'm really interested in like the little words that like people use and then the vocabulary and learning more words to my vocabulary. So that's why I read books back to back. But yeah, you don't have to do that. You really don't have to do that. Yeah, but that's an introverted strength to like to read. But it depends on everyone. A person can experience self-development thanks to their extrovertedness. If that's a word, lol. Yes. Yeah, actually being extra, you can develop yourself by learning to be more social, more social skills. It's a very extroverted skill, and it's a way of developing yourself for sure. Through interacting with other people, you learn skills like empathy, you learn skills like you learn about other people's psychologies as well, and how to operate in the world. So those are very important skills. So for sure, there's personal development in being an extrovert, for sure. But normal masturbation is healthy and normal, yes. I'm defending extroverts, and I'm not even one. It's so funny. Well, yeah, extroverts are awesome. Like, like me, me when I was in college, I wanted to throw a party, a really big party, and actually succeeded. It was not bad. It was like 70 something people that came, and the ratio was like 50% girls or something. It was actually pretty good. And I was like, whoa, how the fuck did I do that? You know how I did it? I had, I made really good friends with 2 to 3 extroverted people. Okay. And those were like ultimate extroverts. But as an introvert, I was good at making a deep connection with those extroverts. Just 3 people. And I asked those people like, hey, bring all your friends, bring all your girls. So then I made friends with the extroverts, and they brought all the people in the party. So this guy was like a black guy that's like knew like a lot of girls and a lot of people. So he brought them all. I even put his name in the title of the party so people would know, oh, it's that guy's party. I'm gonna come. And I also, and the other people, I did a similar thing. I was like, yo, bring all your girls. And this is what happened. So extroverts are freaking awesome. And I think introverts should be friends with extroverts. So then the introverts can gain the skills and the benefits of the extroverted personality. And the extroverts learn about the introverted benefits. And, it's sort of this synergy. It's this amazing synergy and harmony between the two. I think it's amazing. And everyone, no matter what you are, you should have friends of the opposite spectrum for sure. Masturbation is not healthy. What, John? Well, it means I'm not healthy most days of the week. Any addiction is unhealthy. Indeed. If you're addicted to fapping, then it's unhealthy. But if you love the fap, you just love the fap, like me, and you just kind of, hey, you know what? I just love the fap. I'm just gonna admit it. Just fucking do it. Whatever. Just fucking do it. That's what I think. But don't. If it's like impeding on your time, then stop touching your penis. Ben Wolpow. What a name. Do you think marijuana makes people more introverted? I think marijuana makes people more extroverted, doesn't it? Like, don't you become more loose socially and just kind of you're like sort of this relaxed extrovert, no? I don't know. Why don't you show your face? Rebecca S. Can you please show it? Sad face. Maybe when I reach 1 million subscribers, I will. But if you're curious, actually, I have a video on why I wear a mask. It's called Nameless. The truth behind Nameless. Why do superheroes wear a mask? One sec. I'm gonna send it to you. Right. Whoa. Whoa. That's why. If you want to know about why I wear a mask, you can check that out. And it outlines all the reasons. And there are many reasons. But yeah, you can get into it over there. Rebecca, trust me, I'm still trying to convince him to take the mask off. Ha! One day, guys, one day. When I reach 1 million subs, maybe. Cute Rabbit, I apologize if the question is stupid and made you angry. Which question? No, it didn't make me angry. It was just no, I just wanted to help you out. That's it. You're from Montreal, right? Yeah. What is your name? Do you have an Instagram or Facebook? Well, you can call me John K. That's not my real name though, but this is my alias. You know what I invite you to do is you can join my Facebook group over there. And if you want to message me, you can message me. And whatever question you have on personal development. And yeah, I also have Instagram, but I don't use it much. It's just to post pictures. You can just check in the description at the end of the video. I know my fate if I don't want to keep reading and learning. However, I do not take any action serious with that problem. What do you call it? I call myself stupid. How do two narcissists know each other? Yeah, that's a lot of questions. Let me just yeah, I don't well, Cute Rabbit, it seems like you want to get better with your life. You want to learn, you want to expand, but it seems like there is like something stopping you. I feel like it could be like inner resistance. You want to get better, but you're just kind of lazy about it, or maybe not lazy. Maybe you're just you don't have the proper motivation in place. You don't have the sort of the purpose and the drive to get started. So actually, if you need something like that, you need like to know your purpose. I think that would that could help you get more action, get started in personal development. So what you can do is you can check out my life purpose book in the comments in the description. Wait, do I have it? Where is it? Because if it's like it's super simple book, by the way. It's not a long book, and it gets you started on personal development. So you could check that out, and that could be like your starting point to get your motivation in place, to your life purpose in place. How old are you? I'll reveal it in a later time, but let's just say I'm somewhere in my 20s for now. I'll let you guess. Phoenix, what do you think about audiobooks? And do you think people will learn better by reading books themselves or by listening to it like an audiobook? Same exact thing. Same exact thing. Reading an audiobook is the same fucking thing. I think you should combine the two. But there's some people that just read audiobooks and you can do just as fine just reading audiobooks. And I think that's the best way to read as an extrovert, because extrovert, you like sort of you like interacting with people. So like the audio in your ears is just kind of it kind of simulates sort of a social interaction with someone. And it's just, maybe it's better for you. And also, you don't need your hands. You can be reading and then washing your dishes, whatever, like you're washing your dishes, or like you're cleaning up your room or whatever, cleaning up your desk, and you're reading at the same time. Like what I'm doing right now. I could be listening to fucking Robert Greene talking to me about manipulation and power while I clean up. So, yeah. Where was I? What was I? Audiobooks are good. Yes, they are good. I've listened to multiple books before because of it. Yeah, same as me. Cute rabbit, that's called fear. You know what you should be doing, but something is stopping you, and that thing is probably fear. Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. That could be it. It could be many things at the same time. It could be sometimes it's just fear of like the drudgery involved. Like, fuck, I have to start reading now. I have to start working on myself now. Fuck that. And all this shit. And just the resistance of like facing a sort of like a book, and maybe you haven't read books since school. And it's just something new. So it's like sort of this resistance towards the unknown. Like, I don't want to sit down and look at that. Fuck that. Completely understandable. But yeah, definitely check out audiobooks for sure. I fear from not keep going and failure. Yeah, maybe it's a fear of failure. Maybe you're afraid that hey, you get started in that path toward personal development, and then 1 month in you realize, hey, you know what? I actually have a lot more work to do. And a lot of it, especially if you do like shadow work and stuff like that. I'm trying to put more light on my face. How the fuck? Oh, I know. The light. You see me better now? Let me know in the comments below. Do you see me better now? I think you see me better now, don't you? Yeah. Fear of failure. I think even more than fear of failure is like fear of what's inside of you. What's the dark inner demons that you have to face? Because a lot of personal development is facing the dark truth about reality, the dark truth about yourself, the dark truth about personal development, social conditioning. And this is a lot of what my channel is about, sort of the dark side of personal development, that you have to, dig deep into your psychology, dig deep into what happened with your parents in childhood, and what happens, the traumas that happen that you're not aware of, that are holding you back in life, that have been holding you back for 10, 20, 30 years. You don't know why the fuck they were holding you back. And personal development, and especially as an introvert, it's like, maybe as an introvert, you let's say you already do introverted things, like you play video games a lot or whatever. But even introverts that are introspective, they sometimes even have a hard time getting in touch with their inner demons, like anyone really. So you could be an introvert and have no self-awareness about yourself, like you could be an extrovert and still have some self-awareness. But I think self-development, you gotta start with self-awareness first. You be willing to confront the hard truth about, like, you know what? I'm not confident with women. I have to fix that. I haven't gotten laid in 5 years, for example. I don't know if that's your case, but whoever gets into personal development have to admit to themselves, like, fuck, if I get into personal development, that means I've been fucking up for the last 10 years, 20, 30, 40 years of my life. And that's sort of this huge resistance in personal development that we have. So maybe that's why you might have problems starting personal development. But yeah, just think about that. I think it's just good food for thought. The only thing that is stopping you, it is you. I agree. Most of the time it is. Maybe it's just for me, but fapping makes me really bad. Yeah, that could happen. Make sure you don't beat yourself up over it. But if you fap, let's say 4 times a day, I think maybe you should calm down. But if you fap, let's say once a day or once every 2 days, I don't see the harm in that. I think it's natural. If you don't fap, I think your balls are just gonna explode. Thank you for answering all of our questions and actually caring about us. A lot of YouTubers skip over and ignore everyone. Hugs, hearts. Well, hugs and heart to you as well. You have a Tumblr? Nope. I have never used Tumblr. I don't know who the fuck uses Tumblr anymore. I don't know what is even Tumblr for. I don't even know what it is for. Just checked out the Dan Log video. Any other YouTubers you find cool? Okay, guys, I'm gonna give you like some awesome resources right now. So I'm gonna type in all the cool YouTubers that I like. Actualize.org is amazing. Dan Locke. I just found out about Dan Locke. Who else? Well, there's Julian Blanc, who's pretty good. Trying to think. Which other YouTubers that you guys might like? YouTubers. Oh, I really like this guy called Seamland. Seamland is the best guy for like health and fitness and biohacking, and this is what I'm following. This is how I get all this energy from to work on my videos and all this shit. It's from this guy as well. Seamland. Who else? You know what? We'll start with that. Just check out those 4 channels. They're fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. Also, who else? Okay, I'm gonna also suggest some small YouTubers that I really like. They're super small YouTubers, but I've been watching their stuff and they're pretty good. So other small YouTubers that I support. Let me see. I want you guys to have like some good people to watch. After this video, like, yeah, I'm gonna binge on YouTube, and then you can binge on YouTube afterwards. Who else? Fuck. I like so many YouTube. Let me look at my subscription feed. Oh yeah. Wait one sec. So there's obviously there's Justin Ferris you can watch. There's Steel Swan. There's oh yeah, there's so many. Evan Carmichael. For sure. All of it. Jocko Podcast. Check Jocko Podcast. Project Life Mastery. I'm like a YouTube self-development whore, man. I watch all of it. Oh yeah, Tom Billier. And actually a big inspiration for my channel was who was it? Isaiah Hankel. Isaiah Hankel. This guy, Isaiah Hankel, such a boss. He talked about like many videos about if you're a people pleaser, go watch Isaiah Hankel. This is like the ultimate. He is the ultimate cure to people pleasing, ultimate cure to dealing with manipulators, narcissists, and all those people, negative people that bring you down. This guy, Isaiah Hankel, man, like this is where a lot of my inspiration came from. So really check that fucking guy out. He's amazing. Not even affiliated with any of those people. I just think they're fucking awesome. So yeah. Thank you so much for answering my question. No problem, man. Just like he uses books instead of reading them, I use YouTube videos. I get the basic idea, click like, and move on. Yeah. You can also apply this idea to videos. Like, many videos, the idea will be in the title, and then you can even just look down in the summary, and in the description sometimes they have the 5 bullet points of the video, and just from the bullet points, like, all right, next video, you get your information and you leave, or even in the comments you'll get it. So yeah, you can always optimize your life in that way. You play instruments? Just curious. Yeah, I play instruments, man. I play this guitar. I play this guitar behind me every day and just go like riff like Van Halen, do some crazy shit. Someday I'll probably do a video or something on Patreon or something. You can watch it. Probably in the future. Not right now because I'm working on personal development and shit, but eventually I will do a video. Yeah, that's what introverts do. They play instruments, they play music. My question now is so random, but what can you say about lucid dreams? Oh, that's not random at all. That's awesome. I actually have experience with lucid dreaming. I've practiced it, and I actually reached a point now where, like, I could. A good practice for lucid dreaming is, before you go to sleep, when you can't fall asleep, visualize something that you want to practice. If you want to practice seduction, for example, visualize yourself walking into a mall, and then you just see this beautiful girl all of a sudden, and you talk to her, and it's sort of this visualization before you go to sleep, and it's like and then you reach a point where you're really tired as you're visualizing, and you don't know if you're dreaming and sleeping or if you're still awake visualizing, and it's sort of this in-between state. It's almost like lucid dreaming, and then you fall asleep, and then you sort of have this, I don't know, it worked for me, but like it gave me sort of more control about, like, my dream. It's almost like I just it's yeah, lucid dreaming is amazing. You can practice certain behaviors in your dreams. Let's say you're practicing a specific sport, a competition. You have this competition, this race or whatever, and you want to do it. Then in your lucid dreams, you can practice yourself racing. You can visualize yourself racing, and you can control the outcome of the race and how you run and how you feel in vivid detail. And I think lucid dreaming is amazing for that. Not just that, but also lucid dreaming, you can sort of while you're dreaming, you sort of get a hold of your subconscious. And me, I reached this really interesting place in my life where, like, whenever I have a bad dream, when I have a nightmare, instead of waking up from the nightmare, now I actually, like, I don't even wake up from the nightmare. So, like, let's say someone in a nightmare wants to kill me. It's crazy. Before, I used to wake up and run away. Now, when there's a nightmare, someone wants to kill me, it's like I flip the switch in my brain, and I go and I try to kill them. It's insane. I don't know what it is, but now it's like there's a nightmare, and I'm like, oh, I know I'm dreaming right now. And whether I'm dreaming or not, I have to defend myself. So it's like this switch in my brain, like, oh shit, I have to fight the invader now. So then I just, there was this very weird dream that I had. I knew it was a nightmare. And then there's sort of like those like terrorists that, like, sort of, me and my friends, we were like walking in like some underground, whatever alleyway thing. Some like gangsters or whatever, terrorists trying to, like, they want to kill us. And then, like, sort of, so then we're like, holy shit, we're about to run. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh wait, I think that's probably a dream. I can probably kick their ass in that dream. And I just run up to them, I take their gun, and I shoot all of them, and I kill them. And then 2 minutes later I wake up, I'm like, wow, that was the best dream ever. Oh yeah. And I think lucid dreaming is amazing, and it's a great personal development tool. You should use it. I'm 20, have no interest, passion, social phobic, feel behind in life, and I don't know what to do. Plus, I think it's all pointless since we all die nihilist. Yeah? And I'm stuck in a dissociative state where I think it's all a dream. I haven't felt real in a long time. I would start with well, the fact that there's no meaning to life, I think is a beautiful thing. This means that you can do whatever the fuck you want and it won't matter in the end. Like you can go on a quest to become the most self-developed person ever. You could read a lot of books, you can travel the world, it doesn't matter. And because, since it's all pointless or whatever, I think it's a great thing. So I think that would be a way to reframe it. I don't know if that would help, but hey, if you're 20, you're still pretty young. I was 20 not that long ago. And yeah, it's like we're still pretty young, and we have all life ahead of us. And I don't know if you're an introvert or if you're not an introvert, but I think it sort of has to do with when you don't know what to do with your life and you're kind of stuck. It's like dive deep into yourself. If you're an introvert, if you're an extrovert, go out there and travel and meet people across the world, get into new cultures, something like that. And I think you gotta go deep down into what you truly like. So ask yourself the question like, what will be the one thing that if I fulfill right now in my life, um, uh, would make it better? What would be that one thing? You could ask yourself that. You could ask yourself, well, what do I value the most in life right now? What's the imprint I want to have on the world? Those are all great questions. And by asking yourself big questions, I think you can find what you want to do in life. And I think you should start with that. I tried for so long to lucid dream and it's been more than a year and I don't know how to do it. Honestly, I don't know how I did it either. It just kind of it just kind of happened to me. I started with like recording my um there are many methods. So then you can start with writing down your dreams. That's what I started doing actually. And yeah, just start with that. Start with writing down your dreams. I'm not an expert at it, but you can definitely start with that. Is the law of attraction based on facts? Is it real or spiritual? I think there's a scientific and spiritual component to the law of attraction, where the law of attraction, just by believing in something, your entire psychology and physiology will change. Because once you start believing in something, then you just want to, all your actions and efforts, they all go towards that thing, towards that action. And it's a lot more likely to happen just because you believe in it. And obviously the spiritual component of it, that if you're on the same spiritual type of vibration, high vibration, then people of things of the same vibration are going to attract. If you're happy, you're going to attract happy people. If you're sad, you're going to attract sad people, something like that. So yeah, I think all of us who watch your videos and live stream would love to see you play guitar. I also play guitar and piano. Also, I might just release a video of that just for fun. And if people like it, I might start a separate channel where I just do guitar covers. We'll see. But I play like some electric guitar, like some metal, some crazy shit. So I don't know if you guys like that. Let me know in the comments, because I play some like hardcore metal shit right now. You don't happen to go to CCRI, don't you? What's CCRI? I don't know what that is. Is it true that there's something called good psychopaths? Well, think about it. Policemen, many policemen are sort of desensitized to seeing dead bodies and shit. And, they're completely numb to it. So definitely there's good psychopaths like policemen, some doctors, some surgeons. Actually, if you were a surgeon and you had too much empathy, then that would be a problem to your profession, because then you would keep you would keep you would keep like having too much empathy for that person, being afraid to make a mistake, and then yeah, that would backfire against you. All right, guys, I'm gonna close the live stream soon. I have to eat. I didn't eat yet, and it's almost 9 p.m. Getting kind of hungry. So shoot all your questions. I see 10 people of you guys. Shoot them right now. Don't hesitate, so I can answer all of them. And yeah, that will be the end of it. Shoot your questions. Do you think that to have real love between two people, they need to have things in common? Or you think that the opposites attract themselves? Yeah, well, opposites attract, but at the same time, you still have to be sort of on the same wavelength of, have certain things in common. So yeah, definitely, you can't just be like, if you value self-development and you meet someone who's, let's say, not into self-development, and they like uh they're like don't take care of their health, they smoke cigarettes, and then they don't go to the gym, and they don't read books, and they don't socialize much, they play video games all day, then I don't know how that would match. Sure, you guys are opposites, but opposites in the wrong way. I think how opposites attract is in the female and male polarity. So man who's really masculine is going to attract a female who's really feminine. You know, a female who's more masculine might attract a man who's a little more feminine. Something like that. So I think opposites attract in sort of masculine, feminine polarity, but I think we need commonalities as well. Hey, can you react to videos? Maybe one day, but that's more of like a YouTuber, like sort of comedy thing. I don't know if it's my thing. Do you have any other social media accounts? I feel like you are the guy version of me. Wow. I'm so interested in how the world is only perception and reality doesn't exist. It's all in your mind. Yeah. The world is only perception, reality doesn't exist. Ah. Is it? I think so, yeah. I think that the world is it is what we make it to be, sort of. So like or perception. You know, just seeing through our eyes. Anything that we see, think about it, is like a microsecond late. Because by the time that the light hits our pupils and is processed by our brain, we see the world through the lens of our eyes. That takes a few milliseconds to process. So nothing that we see is actually the present moment. How crazy is that? It's like everything that we see is like a second delay. And just through that like interpretation, it's like everything that we see is subjective. It's like nothing that we see can be absolute, 100%. So how crazy is that? Good night, nameless. What do you think about having children? Is it okay to force a life into the world without consent? What? Without consent? You're asking for rape? I think we shouldn't rape unless the girl is into rape fantasies, and I'm sure some girls secretly have this fantasy of, like sort of this impromptu sex. But I don't think you should you should do that without consent. So no, I don't think it's good. What do you think about the real reason that narcissist does not want to change even after exposing? I think the reason is because people don't change in general. Most people don't fucking change. So that's why. Narcissists will mostly stay narcissists for the rest of their lives, especially if they are a hard case, because admitting that they're like a narcissist, or admitting that they could change, goes against their narcissist nature, right? So that's why they don't want to change. There's a really great video on YouTube you have to watch about perception. You'd love it. Awesome. I see you always do a live stream on Mondays at midnight, and now Mondays are special. Awesome. Yeah, Mondays are special for me too, because it's the start of the week, and starting the week with a live stream is like a Kickstarter for me. It's like putting me on track for the rest of the week, so that's why I do it on Mondays. Oh, I'm talking about the consent of the child. Ah, Oh, okay. Well, listen. I think any child that's put on earth there was never you were never asked to be put on earth, you know? It's like you know why you don't owe your parents anything? And this is kind of crazy paradox here, but like the reason why, you would think that your parents, because they put you to life, that you owe them something, that you owe them, to obey them, you owe them to be nice to them, you owe them to be a good child, but you don't owe your parents shit. Why is that? Because you never ask your parents to be born. You never ask your parents, like, hey, can I be put on earth? No, you never ask them. They just kind of put you on earth. And that's kind of crazy, right? So I think, well, since all of life is kind of just happens without us knowing, I think it's a beautiful thing. It's like an accident. It's like, when a flower grows on, like, goes through the soil, did the flower ask to be put on earth? No, but it's a beautiful thing. All right, guys, I am tired as fuck, so I'm gonna call it a night. And yeah, love you guys. I love you all. I love you, cute rabbit. I love you, Leon Ion 246. I love you, Rebecca S. Sending hearts to you as well. I love you, Alfie Rao. Even though I haven't answered your question yet. I love you, John. I love you, Eric Herrera. I love you all, guys. If I missed someone, love you, man. I haven't seen your comments in yeah. Funny Spaghetti. I love you. I love you all, guys. And what is this channel about? Last question before I go. What is this channel about? I just saw the Sneak In Festival vid, but what is this about? This is the dark side of personal development. This is how you get better at life. And this is how you become the best version of yourself, motherfucker. And I'm gonna close on this. And if you want to know more about it, check out my channel, The Dark Side of Personal Development, where you learn to become the best version of yourself, motherfucker. So yeah, good night, my friend. You got a new sub. Awesome. Well, I love you, man, or a woman, and see you guys next time. Peace. Greetings from Germany.